up we have for you tonight, the most famous pop singer of all time, Sir Paul McCartney, is here. Can you believe that? Yes, he's Thor, but maybe I can rub it better. Chris Hemsworth is here. I know. The Oscar-winning star of Black Swan, Natalie Portman, is on the show. There's more. Wait, there's more. Star of The Wrong Man's, comedy superstar James Corden is here. And if that wasn't enough, global singing sensation, the beautiful Katy Perry is here. I know. Great. Well, that's all we've got time for. I'll see you next week. But can you believe it? The music legend that is Paul McCartney on the show, ladies and gentlemen. The Beatles, officially the biggest band of all time. And everywhere they went, there was Beatlemania. I mean, and look at them there. Like, the fans even had to be kept behind barriers. But, you know, even nowadays, they need barriers for mad groupies of bands like One Direction. Yeah. Harry, do you remember me? Of course, when they started out, the Beatles had the famous mop-top hairstyles, and, you know, that style is still copied. Here's Natalie Portman, Rihanna, and Tiddles. Not amused. But, of course, they produced some of the most iconic album covers ever, like Abbey Road. Took hours getting that shot just right. Mind you, this is the view looking the other way. Bloody hippies! Although, they did let the traffic go in the end. Yeah. Back in the album. Now, it's spooky, ladies and gentlemen, but the titles of Paul's songs have actually predicted many other future singing stars. Yeah. Like, for instance, there's Lady Madonna. Yeah. The Frog Chorus. Help. Let's not forget Help. And, of course, I Am the Walrus. Cuckoo. Let's get some guests on! Later on, I'll be talking to the stars of Thor, Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman. But first, he's in a league of his own. It's Mr. James Corden! Do this way. Big hugging. Hello. Very nice to see you, sir. Come in, sit down. Get ready to roar! It's Katy Perry! Oh! Welcome back. So nice to see you, darling. Have a seat, do. And it's going to be a night to remember. It is Sir Paul McCartney! Woo! Hello, sir. So welcome. Welcome back, everybody. I'm loving this couch. Now, you guys all know each other, don't you?
Oh, yeah, we hung out backstage.
Oh, yeah, we're rarely apart.
But no, Katy, you've sung Paul's songs, haven't you?
I sang Hey Jude at a benefit called Music Cares that was honoring him.
Oh.
Yes, it was very nice. I sing all of his songs. I've sang them all my life. So I'm sitting next to him. Oh, my God.
Yeah. But actually, you were
sitting next to Katy. Guys, I'm right here.
But you return the favour with Katy's songs, don't you? You were telling me that you and your daughter...
Well, yeah, I have a 10-year-old daughter, and we love Fireworks. I mean, it's a great song.
It's a fantastic song. And here's the other odd thing about our sofa tonight. Two pop stars, James Corden, and yet they all have had a #1 single. Yeah. Katy Perry, how many of you had? You've had 10? 10 here?
Yeah.
8 here?
Yeah.
A bunch, anyway.
Yeah.
You've had a lot.
A handful, yes.
James, one. It was one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Let's not get carried away. It was a terrible song for charity.
You give too much, James.
Don't ever stop, Katy. That's the truth.
So you had one. Now, Paul McCartney, Do you want to have a guess? Have a guess, Katy and James. How many number ones is it?
Which albums are we counting here?
Which is singles,
solo,
right? We're talking singles?
All solo, right?
Yes, it'd be not albums. This is single, number one
Right.
singles.
I think 55.
I think 42.
Okay, it's disappointing now. It's going to be, Try again lower. Try again lower. It'll be good. Yeah.
I'm already at 10 and I've only been going for like 5 years.
I've had one. I'm not even a singer. It's not difficult, Graham. That's what we're trying to get across.
Exactly.
Is it more than 10?
Yes.
Yes. I think 21.
Oh, that's a good guess.
20?
24.
Yes! Oh, it is 24. But this is the kicker, though. So 24 singles, but he has spent 98 weeks at number one.
Oh, wow.
98 with 2 years at number one.
That was a long time. Right?
You know, I love that song Ram On.
You do?
It's one of my favorite songs of yours that you've ever done.
Well, thank you,
It's
Katy. It's a
beautiful.
very little song.
I know, it sounds like a ukulele.
It is a ukulele, yeah.
So sweet. I listen to it with my boyfriend all the time. We love it.
We do enjoy it when we listen to it together.
So much has happened backstage. So listen, the Stars of Thor, they're going to be joining us later. But really, a lot of music to talk about. Katy's got your new album, Prism. It's out now. James' new film about the singer Paul Potts, One Chance. But we will begin with Paul's new album, New. Yes. And it's out now. Well, that's the thing. This is your 16th solo album, but the response to this has been phenomenal. The reviews are brilliant. You must be thrilled.
It really has, yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you know, when you're releasing a new album like this, you kind of hold your breath and don't say anything too soon. But it is really starting to get a lot of very good feedback.
Do you think, like, when you were writing these songs, did you... Because you're in a very happy place, you're all loved up, it's all good in your life. Do you think that's the reason why it's a really good album?
I think it helps. Yeah, I mean, I had a thing when I was writing this. Nancy would be, in our early days, she would be in New York, 5 hours back. So I would drop my little girl, the fireworks fan, off at school, and I'd come home and I'd have a few hours where I didn't have anything on. So I would write a song and then I'd ring her. Good morning, would you like to hear a song? She said, no. That was it. But, no, so she would say, yeah, so I would play her the song. So it became a really great motivation.
Well, and have you ever had writer's block? Because reading about you, it sounds like you've always found the process of songwriting easy.
You know, I mean, I've really been amazingly lucky. And I was looking at the other day at all the songs that John and I wrote together. It's like nearly 300. And, yeah. I'm not showing off here. But I remembered that. I would go out to his house or he'd come to mine. And we would sit down for approximately 3 hours and try and write a song. And I realised we never came away without a song.
Wow.
We got very close one day because I brought in a song called Golden Rings. And it was, I can buy you golden rings and stuff. And it was like, oh, God, and we couldn't get anywhere with this thing. So then we had a cup of tea, came back to it, and I said, you know, we should, like, change it. We should drive my car or something. So we changed instead of...
Oh. We know that one.
So that was... We nearly got unlucky with that, but luckily we had the cup of tea and what was in the tea?
And do you know...
Sure. Yeah. It was the tea that did it.
But,
No. I'd like to drink the whole pot. Pot.
Yeah.
So you did 300 with John. Do you ever write a song and kind of think, ooh, that's good, and then kind of think, actually, have I written that song before? Because...
Yeah, you do. So you have to just sort of check it out with people, you know. You get a antenna, you know. Have you heard this song before? Yes, you wrote it.
There's James down the end there. The last time you were here, you told us about your boy band beginnings. And no, and they didn't do covers. They didn't do covers.
Oh,
you sang your own song.
You can't
You
sit
wrote
me...
songs.
Oh, shut
you
up.
wrote songs.
You cannot make a genuine leap from the Paul McCartney case where you're talking about their songwriting going, and of course your boy band days at all. It's ridiculous.
It's very sweet.
Have you given up the songwriting? It's a gift. It's a gift, James. You shouldn't walk away from that.
Yes, you should. It's so bad. And we had songs like Girl, Are You Ready? And Time Can't Stop Us Now.
That's nice.
And then
Next
a big
album.
song, actually, that about these golden rings. But we just couldn't find a way to put it. Yeah.
But when it comes to writing songs, that process you say, like ringing up Nancy and saying, do you want to hear a song? Like, that must be the nicest feeling in the world, having someone, particularly Paul McCartney, like, write you a song. Because you have used lots of names. You know, there's Michelle, Eleanor, Jude, Lizzie, Sadie, and I guess some names are better for songs than others. We've got 3 creative minds on the sofa. All songwriters, I don't care what you say, all songwriters.
This is so
all
ridiculous.
songwriters. So, I wanted to shout, does anyone in the audience think they have a name that they can't think of a rhyme for? Obviously, everyone in the audience has a name. Lady putting her hand up. Does anyone got a name? Yes! Me! I do! No, has anyone got a name you think... Oh, that was lady over there in the corner. Can we get the boom all the way... What's your name?
Shishimiso.
Oh, now... Oh. Tell us again.
Shishimiso.
Shishimiso?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to share a miso?
You should be so lucky.
Yeah. Shishimiso. You should be so lucky to come with me and share a miso.
Good. See? Yeah.
You are a songwriter, yeah.
Should we try another one? Let's try another one. Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, there's a lady there with her hand up by the wall. The wall.
Summer.
Oh,
Summer.
we can do that.
Bit of a bummer.
That tends to be the problem, and dumber.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
Come on, James.
Summer, we would listen to Joe Strummer, but I had to leave her because she wouldn't let me bum her.
Paul, Katy, do you want a pen? Do you want a pen to write? You can write some of these ideas down.
You should harness this stuff, guys.
It's all going in here, yeah.
Let's do it between Sir Paul McCartney and Katy Perry. Bummer.
Okay, one last one. Let's do one last one. There's a lady there with a short... Oh, actually, let's do the glittery lady.
Lorna Jean.
No, let's not do that. Lady with short blonde hair, the glasses. So they get through all there.
Ulla.
Oh, it's a good one. What is it?
Ulla.
Ula.
Where are you from?
Finland.
From Finland. Ulla from Finland.
Ula.
Ula.
Come on, James.
What did you say? Come on, James. No one's interested in my lyrics.
Ula.
Ula. Ula.
Come on, guys.
You
Focus.
couldn't fool her.
Excellent.
Fool her. She's much cooler than plastic ruler.
Oh, nice. You missed that. Ula, you couldn't fool her because she's cooler than a plastic ruler.
Well done, all the creative minds. Thank you. Very good. Okay. That's very good. I like it. Ula, cooler. Now, this is not the only new album in town. No, yours is in shops now. But on the 21st of October is the release of Prism. Katy cats are here. Now, you've said in interviews that this is a slight change of direction. Is it less pop princess, more personal?
Yeah, I
think the last record was very highly conceptual and cartoony and over the top. And this one, you know, I guess I'll still be over the top in some ways, especially visually. But this one is a little bit more vulnerable and raw and a lot more present. I think I'm okay with accepting the information that I'm finally a grown-up. And I think that that is represented on the record.
Well, I have to say, the first single, Roar, I think it's the best thing you've ever done.
Thank you.
Love
Thank you
that
very
song.
Good song.
Yeah. It is really good, isn't it? Now, are you like me, James? Though? The only thing I don't like about it is it's very hard to sing. You know, when you're driving, I can't enjoy it because I know I'm so shit. Sometimes you can fool yourself.
You can do the roar bit.
Yeah. I've been doing it a lot in the corridor. Roar.
You can't sing.
No, I really can't. I'm not lying. Listen, we've got a clip of the video, which you also love.
Jane of the Jungle.
It is very Jane of the Jungle. Here, have a look. Love it. With some extra backing vocals.
Yes.
That was very nice. The Katy Cats were in fine voice. Well done. Yeah, very good.
He's had fans like that all of his life. They probably don't stop screaming. Can you ever sleep?
I did a show recently in New York, which was at a school. We just wanted to do a kind of offbeat thing. We were there for the week. And this was the Frank Sinatra School, which was started by Tony Bennett. You heard about that? And the great thing was, it was 13 to 18-year-olds, so it was a high school. And a lot of them were girls. And we came on, and they showed their enthusiasm, and it was just like the Beatles. I said, I know that sound. It was very cool, I must say.
And now that video, because you know that thing about working with animals.
Yeah.
That monkey liked you a lot.
Oh my gosh, he did this one thing. It's called self-anointing. So when you meet the monkey,
It's not just monkeys that do that.
No, but his name was...
That reminds me, I haven't self-anointed today.
His name was Ripley, and basically you hold it and it burrows into your skin. And I love to smell nice because I'm a girl, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad.
So I smell pretty good, and the monkeys like that, and so it basically caresses my whole body and puts it all over. It like licks its hands and puts it all over its skin, and it calls it self-anointing.
Because we've got a still of it like that.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
It's really just trying to get it everywhere, you know.
Now, you've said somewhere that you think your image is going to be more demure from now on.
Well, I didn't say my image was going to be demure. I think maybe that the question is if I was going to... I don't know. I mean, I like clothes to stay on for right now until... I already took my clothes off in Teenage Dream.
Well, my point was you're not wearing a lot in that.
Oh. Yeah, no. Actually, you know what's funny is that costume... Well, you don't wear much in the jungle if you're the only human.
Of course.
Of course.
You know.
It's like a documentary.
Yeah.
It's like a documentary.
It's a Ken Burns film, basically. No, but that costume, speaking of Halloween, is actually available. We remade it, and you can be that Roar costume if you want to.
There you go, ladies. Start saving. Got a couple of weeks. Actually, talking of dressing up for Halloween, because you love Halloween.
I love Halloween, but you know, honestly, I've never been trick-or-treating. You do that here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been trick-or-treating once in my life. I wasn't allowed to celebrate Halloween because I came from a very sheltered, religious household where...
Where was I? We weren't allowed to go either. Because,
Really?
Yeah. The same thing. My parents were like, no, it's...
So we turned out
the work
okay,
of
right?
the devil. Sure.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
I remember on Halloween, we would turn off all the lights, shut all the blinds, and, like, bring the dog inside so that the dog wouldn't be sacrificed, you know, because all kinds of crazy stuff goes down on Halloween. But now I celebrate it, but I still have yet to find time to go trick-or-treating.
Wait a minute, you would just sit silent in the dark.
We'd have a prayer meeting.
To be clear, we didn't do that. My mum just didn't want us to go trick-or-treating.
Yeah. Well, I guess mine are more interesting.
No, they probably are.
So here's the thing, Katy Perry, you must be the hottest female artist in the world right now. Are you enjoying the moment? Are you just kind of along for the ride? Or do you look at someone like Paul and you kind of think, I would like that legacy. I would like people to be singing my songs in 40 years.
Of course. I think that's the correct answer is I'm in it for the long haul. I want to have a career. I hope to have half the career that you have. Or whatever.
Twice.
I'd be so grateful. I mean... I think you've been doing this for longer, you know, than I've even been alive, and you've been doing it so incredibly well. And the fact that you're still here today, in 2013...
Wow.
Hold on.
Reel it in.
Hold on.
Bring it back, Katy. Bring it in.
Save it, Shelley. Come on.
The fact that you're still here today...
No, you said that.
And you're...
The fact that you're not dead.
I'm not talking in that sense. I'm talking about as a performer. He's about to be on this stage, just released an incredible record.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody does it. I think there's like a handful of people that still can do that well.
Yeah, it's true. You brought it back. Good.
Who's more fit than I am?
Here's the thing, though. Talking of legacy, famously, Paul, you don't own a big chunk of your own legacy in that you don't have the rights to a lot of your songs.
No, the early Beatles stuff, it was a carve-up. You know, we didn't know anything about any of that. So, no, so we got ripped off, but
then...
Hey, what the heck?
Yeah, but here's the weird thing, that I think we probably all remember reading the papers about Michael Jackson buying the Beatles back catalogue, but that was kind of your fault.
It was a strange one, yeah. I was working with Michael at that time. Why? Because he just rang me up. It was over Christmas. And I just heard this little voice say, hi. And I thought, oh, my God, don't recognise this voice. Who's got my private number? He's at home. So I said, yeah, hello. Hi, it's Michael. And he started talking. He said, you want to make some hits? I said, yeah. So we got together and Michael said, have you got any advice? You know, so I said, yeah, look, this is what you got to do. You're really hot. It's just starting. It just had Off the Wall. And I said, you've got to make some great videos. So he went off and made Thriller and things like that. I said, you've got to get a really good manager because it's all going to be coming in and it could all go out if you don't. And I said, and you ought to think of getting into song publishing. And so he kind of looked at me and said, I'm going to buy yours. Till he did.
So, when you do a concert or a show, if sometimes you have to pay people to play your own songs.
I have to pay to play all of it.
That must be like a knife in your
You know
stomach.
what? It used to be very annoying, but then after a while you just think, you know, what am I going to do?
You're fine. You're doing well, right?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah. Now, what's odd is, in your new movie, James, One Chance, the Paul Potts thing, we think we know the Paul Potts story, that he won Britain's Got Talent. But actually, my God, that man had, like, such terrible luck his whole life.
Yeah, no, I felt exactly the same as I think everybody else does when they hear it's a film, which is where you go, really? Sounds like a terrible idea, guys. And then I read it, and I met the director, a wonderful director called David Frankel, who made The Devil Wears Prada and Hope Springs and Marley and Me, and And he said, look, will you just read it, because I think you'll see that we're not making a film about Britain's Got Talent. We're making a film about a boy from an industrial steel town who dreams of being an opera singer in a world where no one even listens to opera, and through endless setbacks and adversity, you know, never gives up and achieves his dream. And once I read it, I was like, oh, yeah, because our film sort of stops at the very moment that he auditioned for Britain's Got Talent. There's like no actor playing Simon Cowell going, I will make you a star, son. There's you know, there's nothing like that. And so, yeah, it's a very sweet, uplifting story. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, we've got a clip. It is, again, it's him coming out of one setback. You know, I think we told you the clip. So
yeah, OK, so he had a terrible operation. Well, he had appendicitis and couldn't perform in an opera, and then says, no, I'm a local amateur opera, and it's the day before, and he says, no, I absolutely want to, and then he does it, and the stitches burst on stage. Oh! And then when he gets into the hospital, they find an abscess on his adrenal gland, which means he will probably never be able to sing again. And this is sort of around that moment, I think.
Yeah, it's sort of... It's 6 months down the line. It's 6 months, so you've been told...
I'm going to be honest, Graham, I don't really know what the clip is.
OK. It's what he said. It's what he said.
Yeah.
But so he's been told he'll never sing again.
He's told he's never... Yes, he's been told he's never going to sing again.
This is 6 months down the line.
And so he's gone back to his job in the car phone warehouse.
Did you do this
film? I'm in it. And then he's gone back to his job in the car phone warehouse, and then this happens.
And if you want to see the whole film, it's out on the 25th of October. Roll the clip there.
Over the last 2 quarters, our little shop has had the highest sales in all of Wales. The highest sales in all of Wales.
That's amazing. What you mean in the 6 months since I got back from my surgery, in which time I've kept the shop open from 10 till 6, sometimes later, and I put the ad in the local paper and the one online.
All right, blimey. I'm trying to tell you, you're getting a raise as well.
Am I?
Couple of quid an hour.
Are you serious?
The highest sales in all of Wales.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I can sing. I can sing.
You can sing?
I can sing.
The highest sales in all of Wales.
Bill pitchy, upper half.
The highest sales in all of Wales.
Please, bow.
I can sing.
Mrs. Evans, I can sing.
Jolly good, eh? Tell your mama Sarah Bingo.
Will do.
In all of Wales.
Jules, I can sing.
What?
I can sing.
And very quickly, Britain's Got Talent, obviously, you know, big show on TV now, huge all over the world. But talent shows, they're not new. And I didn't know this till I was reading about you before. The Beatles used to enter talent competitions. Now, did you ever win one?
No.
Seriously, you never
we
won
didn't.
one?
You know, there was one in Liverpool, the first one we ever entered, where there was this woman who could play the spoons. Yeah. There was an old lady. She always beat us. So
she was bloody good, though.
You know, she's still around.
Hey, guess what else is exciting? Look at this.
What?
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's my Thor hammer. Yeah. Oh, it's... No, stop now. It went off in my hand.
What? Please welcome Chris Hemsworth.
Stop. Hey, listen, we're about to meet the stars of Thor, The Dark World. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Natalie, Portman and Chris Hemsworth. Hey! Oh! Look at all the lovely people! Hello. Very nice to meet you. Hello, sir. Hi. Come in, sit down. Yay! Oh. They just sit yourselves down. Oh, my God. All right. Yeah. It's good tonight, right? This is good. This is good. This is good. Okay, now, because you, Natalie, you've been in videos. I was going to say in Paul, but that would be wrong. No. You were in Paul's videos.
Yeah, we worked together, yeah. She was very lovely,
My honor.
wonderful.
Yes, he was my director, too, in one of them.
Hey, Chris, it's Paul McCartney. That's cool, right?
It's cool. Pretty awesome.
It's
yeah,
cool,
absolutely.
right? Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Let's keep touching it.
There you go. And then, and Katy and Nat, are you friends or?
No, but we were just saying.
now.
We were just saying they're so pretty.
Mutual.
Don't lie.
No, we were just talking backstage, and my daughter recently has started dancing, and I swear to God, in the last 2 weeks, the TV would be on, and all of a sudden she'd break out into a little dance, and be like, "What's she listening to?" And your song, Raw, was on the TV, and now you've kicked off a whole dance career for her.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Get them while they're young.
Yeah.
Just
And now she wants a
singer.
monkey.
Yeah. Horse. A dolphin.
Yeah. Hey, you're here to tell us about Thor, The Dark World.
Yeah.
It opens on the 30th of October, and it's the follow-up. So this is the bit where I go, and then you tell us things about it.
And we act out a scene.
Well, you can do that if you want to. Yeah.
Well, it's a continuation from all the Marvel films have kind of blended into one another, and as far as our relationship picks up, Thor has some work to do and some patching up of the relationship where it was left, which was basically he exited and didn't call her, didn't write, didn't tweet, didn't text, Facebook, nothing. And so he's come back. I know.
But I like that the Avengers movie happened.
Yeah.
That your character knows what went on in New York.
She saw him on TV, and that was further evidence that he was around and didn't
Busy,
think
Doug,
to
busy.
call.
Very busy.
Saving the world.
I'm up to my eyes with hammer work. I can't.
It's so weird for me because where we're shooting our film now at Shepperton Studios, because there's a lot of very, very famous people in our film, my room might not be the best, and it's nice, but you know. Did you shoot your film at Shepperton? Because there is a huge billboard of you with a hammer, but from my window, I'm very close to it, and it's just your crutch. From my window, so every day I sort of open the blind, and it's like... It's right there. I'm like, is that the hammer or... Oh, no.
Yes, I've done,
and it's delicious.
Well, there's the pitch, that's it.
Yeah. Now, we're going to see a clip. This is the two of you being reunited. It kind of harks back to what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
She's not happy.
She's not happy.
She's not happy.
No.
No, she's pissed.
She is very pissed. Jane.
Sorry, I just needed to make sure you were real. It's been a very strange day.
I am. Jane,
Where were you?
where were you? Heimdall cannot see you.
I was right here where you left me. I was waiting, and then I was crying, and then I went out looking for you. You said you were coming back.
I know, but the Bifrost was destroyed. The 9 realms erupted into chaos. Wars were raging, marauders were pillaging. I had to put an end to the slaughter.
As excuses go, it's not terrible. But I saw you on TV. You were in New York.
Jane, I fought to protect you from the dangers of my world, but I was wrong. I was a fool. I believe that fate brought us together.
Now, that bit at the end, when you're doing that lovely thing and you're looking into each other's eyes, were you on a box or something? Because that's... Or were you in a hole?
Well, I was mainly cast because I can make anyone look huge.
That's right.
They stand next to me.
4'3".
I'm just extraordinarily short. But yeah, they usually had some sort of ramp that I would like walk up and land somewhere near his face.
That's true, yeah.
Should we stand up and show it?
Yeah.
And I have like very high heels on right now.
I have my Thor
I have, like,
heels.
very-
Are you the Thor heel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You know.
That's actually quite a high ramp.
yeah.
Quite a bit of,
Yeah.
you know.
A steep incline.
Now, listen, of course, with great action hero roles come great action figures, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got some here. Here, oh no, you've dropped your hammer. So, there's yours. Have you seen this yet?
Not that particular one, but the likeness is incredible.
It is uncanny, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen?
That's the
you
slightly sedated version, isn't it?
And then you do an odd thing. You press you here and you talk.
Have at thee! Lightning shall strike you down!
I'll strike you down.
He's angry. So there's you, and then we'll just get Natalie's action figure. Here she is. Now they are almost.
Where's the ramp? Exactly.
Yeah.
Where's the ramp?
Children would have hours fun playing with those.
They're going to have a great time.
What are you doing with those dolls?
That's not a hammer.
But you look a bit distraught. I look at your hand, you're just like...
Wow.
Hey, but you're not the only two people to be dolls.
No?
No. Now, look, it's not quite an action figure, but it is. Wow. Now, it's
just right.
Now, I think all the work went into the face, not so much into the outfit.
No.
It does look like...
It's him on just an off day.
Yeah. It's like care in the community, really. We've dressed him.
It's Paul McCartney just pottering around home base.
And packaging not great. It's in a sort of Ziploc. But no, but there's a nice sensible shoe. If you're driving a long distance, it's a nice soft.
Is it a for sale doll?
I think we bought it, didn't we? Yeah, we bought it. It's a lady who makes them.
No, it's a little sideline of my Auntie Valerie. Hence the packaging.
Spread the happiness around. Now, listen, we are thrilled you're here with us and very excited because you are going to perform live for us. So, Paul, if you'd like to go and join your band. There they go. Woo! So, in a moment, we'll have some more stories of the famous red chair, but first, performing you, it is Paul McCartney!
Don't look at me, it's way too soon to see what's gonna be. Don't look at me. All my life, I never knew what I could be, what I could do, and we would knew.
s14e02. How cool is that? Paul McCartney live! Fantastic. Sit at the end there, and you can join in with the red chair bit. You sit down, and you sit in there. There you go. Okay, you sit in there because... do you know what? That did sound different. We've had lots of live bands in, but that was like a wall of sound. It sounded just brilliant. Just fantastic.
Oh, good.
Very, very good. It's good. Hey, before we go tonight, just time for a story two in the red chair. So, who there? Hello, sir.
Hello, I'm Robert.
I'm tempted to do it immediately.
Of all the clothing choices to wear when you're going to be flipped backwards onto a chair, this has got to be the worst.
This story better be good. So, Robert, are you Scottish?
I am from Glasgow.
All right. And do you live down here, or are you visiting?
I've lived in London for 42 years.
All right. But still haven't got new clothes. OK.
Sure.
And what do you do down here, Robert?
Well, I'm a musician.
Oh, right. Like traditional musician?
No.
Oh, no. What sort of music do you do?
Sort of 70s, 60s.
Oh, right.
Play a bit 40 of the Beatles.
Oh, now, I see. Are we morphing into a story here, Robert? Off you go with your story.
OK, my story begins in Germany. I was in the army in Germany. And I was coming home from the pub, slightly inebriated.
Yes, I hear you, Robert.
And I decided that I would have to have a wee. So I stopped by the side of the road to have a wee. Mm-hmm. And I started to have a wee.
Yes.
Then I found out that they've got electric fencing in Germany.
Ooh.
And it threw me back 2 metres to land on my bottom. I weighed down my leg, so it was a very uncomfortable walk home, and it made me completely sober.
We have to flip him, though. We have to flip you. We have to flip you. Oh! I've done that. It's really sore. You were up in the Outback. Have you ever done that?
No, but if I ever get drunk enough and I want to sober up, I'm going to.
Yeah. Have you done it?
No.
Is it just me and Robert?
I think it's pretty much just you two.
No, at school it used to be a thing.
We
You'd like dare each other to do it.
What school did you go to where they had electric fences?
It was quite a rough area, James. I grew up in the ghetto, you know. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go on the Big Red Chair, you can. Just contact us via our website at this very address. Thank you to all my guests tonight. What a lineup. Please thank James Corden. Katy Perry. Natalie Portman. Chris Hemsworth. And Sir Paul McCartney. Wow. Join me next week with Hollywood actress Michelle Pfeiffer, AbFab star Jennifer Saunders, screen legend Robert De Niro, and the one and only Cher. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Earlier this week, Paul McCartney returned to Maida Vale and played live for 6 Music Live. Press the red button now to see highlights. It's comedy from BBC Three next, with a taste of life on the front line in Afghanistan in Bluestone 4-2. Whilst over on BBC Three, we've Family Guy.